Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to another edition of the NASCAR 21 Ignition Career Mode. We are at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Quaker State 400, and hopefully you guys had a Merry Christmas, depending on what time you are watching this. Maybe you still are, depending on the circumstances, but I am definitely ready to go for this one, and hopefully you guys are too. Coming off an 11th place finish at Road America in the premiere last night, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch will be starting on the front row in this one. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick in row 2, Kurt Busch, Ross Chastain, Chip Ganassi cars in row 3, with Joey Logano and Chase Briscoe in row 4, Matty D, Denny Hamlin, row 5, and all the way back at the rear of the field. I did not qualify for today's race. So starting from the rear will be our driver, Keegan Schneider, trying desperately to go to victory lane for the first time, potentially in a long time this season. It has been a while since we've even finished inside the top 10. Again, an 11th place finish at Road America. Came very, very close. Had to make an extra stop during the race scheduled, but then we had to make two extra stops out of technicality because I did blow a tire with about 8 laps to go in the race, unfortunately, and that cost us the top 10. I think we probably could have had about a 7th, 8th place finish, and that cost us about 4 positions, unfortunately. So hopefully we can get the top 10 today. 11th was definitely a better turnaround. We did move up one spot in the driver's standings because of it. Hopefully we can keep moving up and hopefully get inside the top 10 to get more playoff points before the playoffs begin in the next 6 races. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we're about to get into today's race. So here we go. Daytime skies, 400 miles, 260 laps going to be scheduled for this one. And we are having problems on the start. We're restarting this thing. What was that? Oh my gosh. You cannot trust this game, I swear. I swear you cannot trust this game. We probably would have been a lap down if I just would have resumed. So I'm definitely restarting. Hopping out of line there. Oh my goodness, what's going on this time? Chase Elliott going to lead the field down into turn 1. The green flag is in the air at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Trying to break out as much clean air as he can. Overdrove the corner a bit, turns 3 and 4. Had to lift on the opening lap. Pretty wide off the exit of turn 4. Goes the back of the pack. So again, Schneider trying to go for the sweep at Atlanta. Won the 50% race this season. That was 250 miles. The Folds of Honor Quick Trip 250. Now the Quaker State 400, so trying to get the 100% race win. Pulls it in on the 36 of David Reagan. Trying to side draft that left rear corner panel as he's on the inside of Reagan into turns 1 and 2. Lifted because of potential dirty air in front of him, and he probably didn't have to do that. Try to go to the outside. Really looking for as much clean air as he possibly can get. Drafting with David Reagan on the top. Reagan overdrives the corner a bit, turns 1 and 2. Allow Schneider to get the run off the exit of the corner. Gonna see a lot of tire wear at Atlanta today. Cause these cars to have some major issues over the course of the longer run, I'm sure. And they're just trying to stay in line right now with the 78 of BJ McLeod. Working underneath, 3 wide into turn 1. 53 and Joey Gase just completely door slammed him. Nothing but heavy traffic right now in front of the 48 car. 2 by 2, 3 wide at times. Looked like it was about to be 3 wide getting into the corner there. Now it's 3 wide on the top. Maybe just got the door shut on him by Quinn Health. Just trying to hold on for dear life. Absolute insanity at the back of the pack right now. Schneider in the clean air. As much as he possibly can get, at least. Bump draft to the back of the 99 of Suarez. Grotto almost got in. Side swipe at the 78. Pack racing at Atlanta. This is before the repaid and not after it. 3 wide up high, not a lot of room. A very, very testy situation to be in the early going. He's made his way up to 33rd. Had a gigantic run into turns 3 and 4. Checks himself up after making contact with the right rear of the 62. Brendan Gaughan. Brushes the wall a bit. Really trying to get out of this mess right now, but there's no getting out of it. It seems like 4 wide down into turns 3 and 4. Somehow, nearly making contact all the way down the front stretch from the exit of turn 4 into the enter of turn 1. Justin Haley, Anthony Alfredo. Snyder's still trying to hold on the outside off the exit of turn 2. Seems like he's got a little bit of help. Pulls to that outside line into 3 and 4 again, trying to get as much of a run as possible. Cody Ware in the 51 car now in the middle lane. Still 3 wide off the exit of the corner. A lot of treacherous racing going on. Now the 52, the other Rick Ware car. Josh Malicki's trying to hold everybody up into turns 1 and 2. If Schneider could just clear Balicki off the exit of turn 2, which he can't do it with Balicki side drafting him off the exit of the corner. See how much help Schneider's going to get down the backstretch into turn 3. And he finally is going to clear the 52 of Josh Balicki as he pulls clear in the center of 1 and 2. 15 spots gained in the first 12 laps for the 48. If he can pull away from that pack, that is going to be amazing. He's got a bunch of clean air right now, so he's able to run full throttle. That was a sketchy situation to be in, and Schneider was going for it on the outside nonetheless, but he felt like on the bottom he was going to get pinched off and he wasn't going to be able to get the runs. Eric Jones trying to break away from that pack as well. I think he might have followed the 48's line up on the outside. So I just checked to clarify, but the pit window is 56 to 60 laps, and we're out of gas on lap 53. You have got to be joking me. What is with this game? Why are we out of gas so early into the run?
That's it.
That's it, I guess. You have got to be joking me.
Pit entry is red. Pace car's coming out of the pit. Pace car's coming out of the pit.
So we're just gonna simulate this race today, the rest of it, because, you know, I restarted and I ran about 6-7 laps and just kind of realized to myself, and for one, I didn't feel right restarting it, even though whether you could say it was my fault, you could say it wasn't my fault. It was my fault in the sense that I ran out of gas. But I ran 56 to 60 laps at Atlanta in the first race that we were here. It was a 50% race. Earlier in the season, I was able to go about 56. I think I actually made it about 58 laps on fuel, ran out of gas, limped it into the pits, if I remember correctly. But because we had the first pit stall kind of like we did here, it didn't really cost us anything. We were able to get to the box. And eventually we were able to go on the win still. Due to the AI having to... at the time, I think they had to make it on 2 stops, and we were able to make it on 1. So now the problem is they could go way further on gas than I can. And we ran into this issue at Road America, where we had to pit an extra time. Basically took us out of a chance to win even at the start of the race. Even though we had a fast car, we were able to get to the lead in the first 4 laps, and we were actually pulling away from the field. But because I had to make an extra stop, I planned trying to make it a 4-stop strategy. Short pit when I needed to, whatever the case was. But now, I just can't do that. Like, I almost have to set myself up to automatically know that I'm going to have to pit one more time than the rest of the field on natural fuel at most tracks. Not all of them, but most tracks. Because that is now the 5th or 6th time we've ran out of gas. Well, before anybody else even makes their first stop, which doesn't even make any sense. Like, why are we burning that much more fuel? And if we were, I'd be able to live with it at least a little bit if we had telemetry to be able to tell you if you're low on gas. Because if you roll back the footage, nobody told me I was low on fuel. I didn't have an indicator on the bottom right corner where the red light comes on that says fuel. If you're low, it didn't come on. I just ran out of gas at lap 53 randomly. Even though I was able to go 56 to 58 laps at Atlanta earlier in the season. Why does it change every race? My notes literally have no use because it changes every single race. I could race 10 races in a row at Atlanta. I guarantee you some races I'd be able to go 54 laps. Some races I'll probably run out at 52 laps, 53. Some races I'll run out at 58, 56 like I was. There's no accurate fuel gauge in this game. And maybe that's why they don't have telemetry. I mean, that could be. That would actually make more sense that they don't have telemetry in this game, because the fuel window changes every single time. It's not consistent. They probably added it in the game. They're like, oh, it's not reading correctly because it'll say 53 laps of fuel left, even though we know that we can go 56 to 58 after trying it the first time. Maybe that's the case. I really don't know. But it's something new, and it's over and over and over and over and over again. We went on a hot stretch at the beginning of the season because we were not having issues with the game. Well, not at the beginning of the career mode, we were having plenty of issues with the custom schedule season. That's why we got eliminated in the round of 12 of the playoffs. But now, since we got to about halfway through the regular season, maybe just before halfway through the regular season, on the career mode, we've been having glitch after glitch after glitch after glitch, whether it's me running out of gas, whether it's me getting black flag for something stupid, whether it's having to pit in extra time and just taking me out of a shot to win there. Caution coming out and us getting stuck a lap down for no reason, whether we pit or we don't pit. It's something new because there's so many issues with this game. And I know you guys want to see me play this game. I can look at the views on my streams and on my videos, and this game gets way more than NASCAR 05 because maybe I have a younger fan base that wasn't around when NASCAR 05 was around, so they can't really relate to that so well. And I understand that, and that's why I'm trying to stick with NASCAR 21 Ignition, because I know that's what you guys want to see. But comment down below if you guys want me to stop playing this game, because I don't have as much of a desire to play this game anymore. I really don't. You know, I was expecting to sit down here for a couple hours recording the full race, and instead I was recording the race for about half hour, 45 minutes, because I ran out of gas like 3 laps before I was expected to. Yeah, comment down below. Joey Logano goes on to win. Ross Chastain finishes second. Martin Truex Jr. third. Chris Buescher fourth. Chase Elliott rounds out the top 5 after starting on the pole. Chase Briscoe finishes 6th. Tyler Reddick 7th. Ryan Preece 8th. Denny Hamlin 9th. James Davison, of course, rounds out the top 10. And we'll check the point standings, see how far we fell again. That is now 8 races. And I would try it again when the next patch comes out, hoping that, you know, it gets fixed. Maybe we could... Honestly, if we just get telemetry, I wouldn't have this issue with the full... And the reason why I feel like I'm having these issues, and I don't watch every NASCAR YouTuber. There's a lot of NASCAR video game YouTubers I really don't watch. For no particular reason, just I don't give myself enough time to watch everybody. And I don't think they run into the same issues that I'm running into because I'm doing longer races. They're doing races where they don't have to pit, or they're doing races that maybe you only have to pit once so you could split it however you want. But because I need to take it to the end of the fuel run in a full race, and I can't do that. I have to either short pit so I don't run out of fuel later, and then it's like I have to make an extra stop, or I run the consequence and hope if I do run out of gas, I'm coming off of turn 4 and it's not going to cost me anything. That's really the only... I mean, that's the game plan. Or what I was doing before was I was going to pit with the rest of the field. I would see one car pit, okay, I'll pit the next lap, and I wasn't having an issue with that. But now, for whatever reason, and it seems like since the most recent patch more than anything, since the most recent patch like a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, it feels as if I am running out of gas before anybody else, so I can't even gauge it off anybody else of when to pit, because I try to stay out just as long as the next car, even the second car that's going to pit. Like, I would be the first one traditionally. Even for the second car that was going to pit, I run into that issue. Crazy. Yeah, I moved the settings back to 2% to get that. And we'll take a look at the standings. Joey Logano, that is his second win of the season. So congrats to Joey Logano getting that second win of the year. That keeps us at 11 different winners still, so still 5 drivers have to win a race, or at least to lock themselves into the playoffs. They may not have to win. Only 5 races left until the playoffs now in general. So if we don't get 5 winners that haven't already won, then we will have drivers locking themselves in on points. Kyle Larson, of course, leads the regular season standings. He did not finish in the top 10 today. That would have been a race that we could have actually competed. Again, I was up to 23rd. I got up to 25th in the first 12 laps, and then the field kind of pulled away in front of me. Once they started to space out a bit because of lap traffic, I was starting to run down other guys, so I ran down Corey LaJoie, passed him easily, passed Matt DiBenedetto easily, passed lap cars easily. And honestly, on the mile and a half, so it was probably the best handling car I think I've had. Even on the long run, it was getting a little tight, but it was barely having to lift. And for Atlanta being a very, 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 very bumpy and worn out racetrack. I'm quite surprised I was able to actually do that. But I'd say I was having fun until a glitch happened, and the fun went from it wasn't 100% fun because I was running by myself. But as far as just being able to play the game, that's all I want to do. And I'm a positive guy, so if I'm just able to play with no issues, I'm gonna have fun 100% of the time. So I went from like 100% fun to zero in a hurry. Terrible. All right, let's see how far we fell. Back to 17th. So we were 16th 2 races ago, then got up to 15th. Now we're back to 17th. We're outside the top 16, but we do have 7 wins on the season. So again, we are locked into the playoffs as long as we stay in the top 30 in points. With 5 races to go until the playoffs. Let's see, 31st has 205 points, which would be BJ McLeod. So he's got 205, and we've got 394. So we're almost mathematically. Actually, we are mathematically locked in. You can score 40 points in a race, if I'm thinking correctly. No, not quite. Almost. We'd have to be 200 points ahead to be locked in. Well, 290 or 195. We're very close. We should mathematically lock ourselves into the top 30 after the next race. Well, unless we finish last again, then we might have to push that back another race. Honestly, with the stability on, I feel confident about New Hampshire if I can just go the field distance. If I could just go the field distance. Again, comment down in the chat below if you want me to hold off. I will play this game again. I'm just asking for the short term. Do you want me to play this before the next patch comes out? Because we're just going to keep struggling. We're getting close to the playoffs now, where if we get into the playoffs and we're having these issues, we're going to get eliminated early. We will be eliminated extremely early. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Hate to upload this on such a happy time of the year. Hopefully you guys are having a Merry Christmas as always, and I will catch you guys next time.